Well, to discuss this further, we're joined now by Shahram Akbarzadeh, Professor of Middle East Politics at the Deakin University. He's in Melbourne, Australia. Thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. How much real hope is there that a ceasefire can realistically be reached at this stage?
Well, thanks for having me. As we heard, there are very serious red lines that Israel is not going to accept. Israel is not going to accept a ceasefire without the release of the hostages. Israel is not going to release its own Palestinian prisoners or withdraw completely from Gaza Strip. So there are red lines for Israel, red lines for Hamas, which means that it's very difficult to be optimistic about prospects of a ceasefire.
But if nothing else, talking has to be a positive sign, surely.
It definitely is positive that there are talks being held in Cairo, but I think they are so far apart from each other that it's difficult to see how this gap can be bridged.
Well, presumably, for that gap to be breached, either side is going to have to give some ground in these discussions. So where is that going to come from?
Like I said, I can't really see how anyone can give up on their demands. Hamas is not going to give up on its demand of a complete Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip. That has been a central demand of Hamas. They don't want to look weak. Same with Netanyahu. He doesn't want to look weak. He is beholden to the right wing, and he is beholden to that kind of right-wing elements in his government that want an attack on Rafah. They want an elimination of Hamas, and none of that bodes well for a ceasefire.
But how credible can we take Israel's position in these negotiations if they are still intent on going on a ground assault in Rafah, perhaps?
Well, as we heard, I think Israel is preparing for a grand assault on Rafah camp, and their participation in negotiation talks could simply be a way of pacifying international demands and pressure by the United States that Israel should do something about the incredible humanitarian disaster that's happening in Gaza.
OK, Shahram Akbarzadeh, Professor of Middle East Politics at the Deakin University, thank you very much for your insights.
Thanks for having me.